Hi everyone, and welcome to this first unit of our course together, where we're going to start to explore gamification. Now, as you can see from Learn, I've arranged this part of the course over 12 kind of mini folders, including one practical. It's really, really important that you work through these in order and you don't miss any out, okay? So, with that in mind, why don't we get started? In this first part, I wanted to get you to think about what it might be about games that makes them so attractive. And I want to begin with a little bit about the engagement crisis that we have in many parts of the world, especially the developed world. If you haven't heard about this, don't worry. It's basically an ongoing conversation that discusses the declining attention span of people and the reasons why this might be. Now, in the context of our working lives, the engagement crisis describes a lack of interest from people in their work. Their attention wanders away from work tasks much more easily than compared to previous generations. Very simply, they are not sufficiently engaged. If this is something that you're interested to read further about, I've put a PDF in the folder of this mini section that describes the concept in a work context in much more detail. And you can read about it later if you like. But for now, understand that this is not just a problem for companies and employers. The engagement crisis is a phenomena that perhaps really does deserve the somewhat melodramatic label of crisis. It extends far beyond the confines of our workplaces. So, take a look at this table here on attention span statistics. What is especially interesting is the top two lines of the table. Now, keep in mind that these statistics were gathered from an American sample, so potentially there is a cultural bias there. But you can see that on a comparative level, over time, there seems to be evidence of a declining attention span. So, before we move on to the next audio, what I'd like you to do is to think about the reasons why this might be. What would be your top 3 explanations as to why do we have an engagement crisis? Have a think, and I'll see you when you're ready in the next link.